I watched my group mom get 7 years for our crimes. By junior year, we all called Sophie our group mom, but honestly, that made her sound way cuter than she was. She wasn't baking cookies and reminding us to hydrate. She was basically our personal legal firewall. She didn't really party, didn't touch drugs, always hung back like she was running ops for a chaotic little militia of idiots. Us. She knew which RAs didn't care, which professors were pushovers, which security guards took long smoke breaks. If anyone ever asked, what if we get caught? The answer was automatic. Sophie will fix it, and she always did. When campus cops found weed in our suite sophomore year, mine and Jansen's, Sophie walked in mid-search, took one look at our frozen panic and said, "It's mine," repeated it to everyone, took the possession charge, counseling, the disciplinary record. I kept my scholarship. Jansen kept his internship. We thanked her with brunch like that made us less trash. I cheated on my ethics final. Ironic, I know. Copied her notes too closely. She told the board she'd shared them and didn't realize I'd used them to cheat. She took academic probation. I kept my GPA. Brad broke some guy's nose. Sophie said she threw the first punch in self-defense. Ara's DUI? Sophie said she'd been driving. The creepy messages Jansen sent a professor's wife? Sophie claimed it was a prank she pulled that got out of hand. There was even a cocaine raid once. We shoved everything into her purse and watched her get cuffed through the peephole like absolute cowards. She spent the night in jail, came back with bruised wrists and a shrug. "That's what friends are for, right?" she said, and we nodded, because it benefited us. Everything imploded on homecoming. Huge donor party at the university president's house. Sophie was the only sober one, doing her usual damage control, talked security out of rummaging through Brad's bag, convinced some drunk alum that Ara's slur-filled rant was performance art, kept Jansen from live-streaming himself doing lines in the guest bathroom. Ara ended up puking. Sophie took her upstairs, cleaned her up, wiped the bathroom like she always did. And while she was doing that, the rest of them got bored. Brad, Ara, and Jansen thought it'd be hilarious to send a bomb threat from Sophie's phone to cancel midterms. Ara typed it out, copying Sophie's texting style. Brad hit send. They tossed her phone back into her purse and went downstairs to keep drinking. Jansen filmed like it was a joke. I wasn't even there. I'd left early to study. I only saw all this later on security footage. 40 minutes after the text, the FBI stormed the party. They evacuated everyone. Sophie walked out of the bathroom into agents shouting commands and kids panicking. They traced the threat to her phone and cuffed her on the lawn. She kept saying there was a mistake. Our friends straight up ignored her calls. She got through to Brad once, music blasting behind him. "Don't worry," he said. "You always figure it out." Then he hung up. She spent 3 days in federal detention. Her parents had to mortgage their house for bail. The charge, making a terroristic threat. Max sentence, 25 years. At the trial, I sat behind the defense table while my friends did something I didn't think even they were capable of. They weaponized all the times she'd protected us. Ara claimed Sophie liked drama. Brad listed every fall she'd taken as proof she had a criminal history. Johnson said she was unstable and obsessed with attention. They basically built the prosecution's case for them, presenting her loyalty as motive, and the jury bought it. Sophie got 7 years, no parole. She was supposed to graduate magna cum laude and started a non-profit that summer. Instead, she was shackled and taken straight from the courtroom. I watched her go, knowing she was innocent, and said nothing. Click the full story to see what happened next.